Every journey of self improvement begins with a moment of brutal honesty. When you face the mirror and confront the raw truth of who you are versus who you want to become. Welcome to Beyond Average Success. Today we're going over the 8 crucial stages of self improvement and how each one will transform your life, taking you from where you are right now to the version of yourself you've always dreamed of becoming. The first stage is self awareness. Before any journey of self improvement begins, you must first reflect upon where you currently are in life. This stage requires you to look deep into the transparency of your soul and confront the reality of your flaws, your fears, and your failures. It's the moment when you strip away the masks you've worn to protect yourself and come face to face with the person that's underneath. It will require immense courage to acknowledge where you've fallen short, the mistakes you've made, and the dreams you've let slip away. But it's in this moment of great vulnerability that you'll find the seeds of your greatest strength. Only by understanding and accepting yourself can you begin the path to becoming who you were always meant to be. Once you've looked in, you then need to look out in order to fully achieve complete self awareness. You must be able to step outside of yourself and envision how you want the world to see you, the impact you want to make, and the legacy you want to leave behind. This is where your transformation starts, by bravely looking into the void and embracing your shortcomings. Then deciding with every fiber of your being to rise above with a ferocious resolve to change. It's about recognizing your starting point and committing to a path forward. This is where you make a pact with yourself, an unbreakable vow that no matter what, no matter how unbearable or insurmountable the road ahead seems, you will walk it with unshakable determination. The second stage is goal setting. This is where the plethora of dreams swirling about in your mind begin to take form. It's the bridge between where you are and where you're going. And it requires more than just writing down your aspirations on paper. It's about tugging upon your heartstrings and pouring the entirety of your soul into crafting a vision that aligns with your absolute deepest desires. It's the moment when you stop fantasizing about the life you want and start planning for it by taking actionable steps towards obtaining it. Each goal serves as a beacon of light in a fumbling darkness that guides you forward. But setting goals is not without internal anguish. Every goal comes with the thought of failure, the fear of giving your all only to fall short. Yet, it's in this space of paralyzing doubt that you'll find your perseverance to persist. When you set a goal, you declare to the world that you believe in yourself, that you have the audacity to reach for more. That in itself is courageous beyond measure and an act to be proud of. With every small, consistent step forward, you write your story of resilience and prove to yourself that you are capable of transforming the seemingly impossible into the possible. The third stage is learning and skill development. This is the crucible where the raw materials of who you are begin being forged into the person you're striving to become. This stage demands humility, the willingness to admit what you don't know, and the bravery to step into the unknown. It's the relentless pursuit of growth and the countless hours spent in solitude, honing your craft, reading, practicing, failing, and starting all over again from scratch. Each new skill learned and every lesson absorbed becomes a tool in your arsenal, a step forward in your journey towards greatness. In this stage, you'll face the opposition of overwhelming frustration and a crippling doubt that threatens to drown you and your dream. But I promise you, it's all part of the process. Many have been here before, and many have triumphed. You will too. These are the struggles sent to test whether you really want what you say you want. Because if you truly wanted something, then you wouldn't allow anything to get in your way. It's here in the fires of perseverance that you discover what you're truly made of. And once you make it to the other side, you'll unearth a confidence in yourself so powerful that it feels unbreakable. A force that propels you forward with an immovable belief that there is no challenge too great, no dream too distant, and no obstacle that can hold you back. You'll reflect and see that every setback was merely a setup for a comeback, and that every perceived failure was a lesson in disguise designed to teach you something valuable that you'll need for the future. Through learning and skill development, you don't just improve, you evolve. You become stronger, wiser, and a more resilient version of yourself, inching ever closer to the summit of your success. The fourth stage is action and implementation. This is where dreams are transmuted into its physical equivalent. It's the stage where you take all of your plans, all of your hopes, all of your passions that have been screaming from within, and you begin shaping them into your reality. This is where your commitment is tested, where every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory over inertia and uncertainty. It's grinding each day despite wariness and choosing to persist. There are moments that will define you when you push through the discomfort and choose to challenge your limits. If you're uncomfortable, good. No one ever grows or changes in the false paradise that is the comfort zone. Every action you take, no matter how imperfect, brings you closer to becoming the person you want to be, and one leap away from the person in the mirror back when you first began this journey. It's not an easy process. You're battling against complacency and excuses, but it's a necessary battle worth fighting. What's the alternative? Giving up and settling for far less than you know you deserve? Giving up is the only way you can fail. As long as you keep fighting with everything inside you, then you're winning. Stand your ground and fight. With every step forward, you're proving to yourself that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. It's in this relentless pursuit of progress that you discover the unstoppable spirit that's been inside you all along. The part of you that refuses to settle for anything less than extraordinary. The fifth stage is overcoming obstacles. These are the moments when the world feels heavy, when every step forward seems to be met with an opposing force pushing you back. These obstacles, whether external barriers or internal demons, demand everything from you. They strip away your pretenses and lay bare your dread and your insecurities, forcing you to confront the shadows within you. Every one of these obstacles is a chance to prove yourself, to prove that you have the strength to continue the fight regardless of how many times you've fallen. This is when your character is dragged through the mud and truly tested to see if you deserve the success you're pursuing. When the rain is pouring down on you with menacing threats to flood your resolve and drown your spirit. When you're cold, beaten down, hungry, alone, as if the entirety of the world is against you and all your energy is depleted with nothing left to give. That is the moment when you must decide no more. No more excuses. With sweat upon your brow, lost in the catacomb of indecision, you'll have a choice to make. Surrender to the pain or dig deeper than you ever thought possible. If you find the grit to keep battling the storm, then I promise you, you will emerge not just stronger, but transformed. The sixth stage is reflection and adjustment. This is the time to take a step back and look at the whole board. The time when you review the paths you've taken with all its twists, turns, and uphill battles. This is when you reflect, recalibrate, and learn from every shortcoming in order to better yourself. If you've been trying the same thing over and over again, but continuously let yourself down, then it's time to do something different. Switch up the formula, because doing the same thing will continue to give you the same result. If doing the same thing hasn't been yielding the desired outcome, then that's telling you something is wrong. There's a gear in the machine that's broken. It's up to you to fix it. Figure out what isn't working and replace it with something else until you find what does work. Reflection isn't just about dwelling on the past either. It's about channeling it and using it to create a brighter future with the wisdom you've gained. It's a necessary process of chiseling away at your strategy, reshaping your approach, and recommitting with a clearer vision and a sharper tenacity. The seventh stage is sustaining and maintaining growth. This is the part of the process far beyond the initial spark of motivation. It's when your dedication is tested daily. It's when every morning you must choose to keep pushing on even when the excitement has faded and the burden of routine feels like 1,000 pounds upon your shoulders. It's an understanding that this road is not paved with ease, but with continuous effort. Self-improvement is not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing commitment to bettering yourself. This requires not just the aspiration to succeed, but the relentless will to endure and to continuously reach higher even when the mountain seems endless. The eighth and final stage is empowerment. This is when you reach the top of the mountain you've set out to climb, when you realize that the power to change your life has always been within you, waiting to be unleashed. It's when you rise from the ashes and break free from the chains that have bound you for so long. It's when you realize that your dreams are not just fantasies, but blueprints of your potential. Every scar is now a testament to your resolve. Every tear shed made you fearless. It's the beautiful metamorphosis where you shed the skin of your former self and emerge with wings spread wide, ready to soar far above the limitations that once held you down, igniting a blazing fire within that lights up the world around you with an insatiable ambition full of possibilities. Never allow yourself to fall into the trap of comparing your own self improvement journey to that of someone else's. Everyone is on their own unique timeline, moving at their own pace with different battles to fight and victories to achieve. Each stage of self improvement is crucial in its own right, a stepping stone on a path that is anything but straightforward. Your progress may not always be linear. Sometimes you may need to revisit earlier stages to continue improving, to confront old challenges with newfound strength. This road is not a race, but a lifelong commitment to growth, a promise to yourself to never settle, to always strive for more. So embrace each stage with the courage to fail, the resilience to rise again, and the unshakable mindset to keep pushing forward, knowing that every twist and turn is molding you into the best version of yourself. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You're not alone on this journey. Here at Beyond Average Success, you'll find community, support, and inspiration as you pursue your goals. Remember, success is not a destination. It's a way of life. So keep learning, keep growing, keep believing in yourself, and you will certainly achieve beyond average success.